Hi everybody, my name is Jessica. My pronouns are she, her. I'm so excited for you to join me today. This class is all going to be about kind of decompressing the side body, getting into the low back, really stretching out from sitting all day. So if you've had a stagnant day, maybe you sit at a desk for work and you feel really like scrunched up in your body, this is the class for you. We're going to move really gently. We're not really going to build any heat. It's all going to be about stretching and lengthening. So grab a blanket and maybe a block, maybe a book. Not important here. Definitely bring a blanket and join me on the mat. Thank you so much. Hi everybody. So today we are going to get started seated. So let's find a comfortable seat. And if you'd like, maybe bring a blanket or a block up underneath your seat to help you sit up nice and tall. And we'll just take a moment here to close our eyes or bring the gaze down and kind of settle in, get ourselves prepared to move a little bit. So maybe allow the hands to rest on the top of the thighs and start to draw your awareness or your attention to your breath. Maybe just notice where your breath is flowing today, how it feels, how your body feels even. And then when you have a good understanding of where you're at, start to deepen the breath nice and gently. Noticing the way the breath moves your body. Allowing the body and the belly really to soften and expand on the inhalation. Remembering to completely release each breath that you take in. Even imagine your navel coming in towards the spine to really press out that exhale completely. Notice if there's any place in your body you're holding on to, any tightness. And really ease your body into relaxation. Give yourself permission to soften and to loosen its grip. Just a few more breaths like this. Very nice. Gently start to blink the eyes open here. Maybe drop the head over to one side. So maybe right ear to right shoulder. Really encouraging the right shoulder down. And then coming back to center on the next inhale. And exhale, finding the opposite side, nice and gently. Inhaling back to center. Let's release the hands down here, shake out the shoulders a little bit. And we're going to get into the shoulders a little bit here. So bring the arms open, nice and wide here. Big inhale, and on the exhale, let's draw the left arm across the chest and hook with the opposite arm. Just getting into that shoulder, squeezing and pulling the shoulder into the body to kind of stretch. And on the next inhale, open the arms back up. And then we'll find that on the other side. So opposite arm comes across the side, the middle of the body, and then we'll hook it. Finding a softness in the stretch here, sending the breath to whatever parts of the shoulders are really feeling it. And then release. We'll bring our arms back down to our sides, fingertips down to the mat. And plant or place the right hand onto the right knee, and we'll start on the left side. So walking the fingertips out to the left, you want to ensure that the right hip stays rooted and planted down into the ground. So walk your hand as far out as you can until you feel the opposite hip wants to start to float up. And then plant the hand down. We're going to reach up with the right arm. Really pressing the ground away with the left hand, getting you a little bit deeper into the stretch here. And then maybe try reaching your arm over to the side. Fingertips stay energetic here, really reaching through the palm, reaching through the arm, breathing into the side body. One more breath here. Exhale, come back to center, walk the left hand in, and we'll take this on the other side. So planting the right hand down this time, left hand rests on the top of the left thigh. Walk the fingertips out until this left hip wants to pull up off the ground. Plant the hand down, inhale the arm up. Take a breath or two here, really press the ground away and send the opposite hip down towards the ground as you reach over to the side. One more breath here. And exhale, coming back to center. Shake it out, loosen it up. And then from here, let's take a nice wide-legged seat. So opening the legs up nice and wide. As wide as feels comfortable for you. Sitting up nice and tall. And maybe even move the flesh from underneath the hips so that you feel the sits bones are in contact with the surface you're sitting on. Flexing the toes up towards the sky, pointing the heels out. Inhaling the arms up here. And on the exhale, we're going to bring the hands down towards the middle here. Just finding a wide-legged forward fold. Keeping the feet flexed. Toes pointed up to protect the kneecaps. And try to find a longness in the spine. So if you feel like you're curling in on yourself, draw the shoulders back and try to pull the chest forward a little more. This is a great place to bring your blocks in. If you feel the ground's really far away from you or you don't have a lot of flexibility here, blocks under the hands or books work really, really well. So trying to keep a lengthening in the spine, fold forward as much as you can, and breathe into the strong sensations of the muscles in the back of the leg. Relax the shoulders. Couple more breaths here. Very good. Next inhale, walking the hands back into the body here. And we're going to stay seated here with wide legs, and we're going to extend the left arm alongside the left leg. Reaching for the ankle, the shin, the foot, whatever's there for you. If this is out of your range or not available, you can always bring a prop to help rest your arm on as well. So finding what works for you today. And settling into this. So we want to think of resting the left side of the body alongside of the left leg or thigh. And when you feel like you've got this down, we can bring the opposite arm up. Really breathing in to the opposite side here, the side body opening up the low hip, the rib cage. Couple more breaths just like this. Keeping the chest spiraled up to the sky. One more inhale here. And then exhale, we're going to find forward fold over the extended left leg. So bring that opposite arm down, either to the knee, the shin, or the foot. And think of twisting the torso over the extended leg here. Drawing the head and the face down. Again, breathing into those muscles behind the thigh. Finding a softness. Really surrendering to the stretch. There's no need to really hold yourself. Finding support with your body or with your props. Inhale, start to bring yourself back to center nice and gently. Shake it out a little bit, maybe swivel the hips from side to side, and we're going to find that same short sequence on the other side. So sitting up nice and tall on the inhale. Exhale, extending the right arm alongside the right leg, reaching for whatever is there for you. And then when you're ready, opposite arm will float up. Again, allowing the body to be supported by your prop or the extended leg. Really find a softness here. Let go and open up the side body, the left side body. Just take a breath here. Notice where you feel the stretch in your body. And send your breath there, the next breath. Last inhale here. Reach, reach, reach. And exhale, find that forward fold. So bring the left arm down, reaching for the right leg. Keeping the feet flexed, toes pointed up. A few more breaths here. Last breath. And inhale, start to walk yourself back to center. And from here, we're going to come into bound angle. So we're going to bring the soles of the feet together. Knees will fall out. And we're going to find that forward fold over the legs. So we'll start here, sitting nice and tall. And the arms can come to, again, wherever they reach on your body. If you can hook them under the feet and keep a long spine, great. Otherwise, reach for the shins or the ankles. Drawing the shoulders back, chest comes forward. Big inhale. And start to fold on the exhale. Again, keeping your awareness of your spine, keeping it as long as you can. Drawing the shoulders back, the chest forward. And using the leverage of your hands on your legs or your feet to kind of draw your chest down a little deeper. Maybe your elbows rest on the insides of the knees and kind of press them out a little bit. A few more breaths here. And soften your face here. If you feel like you've picked up some expressions, you're making some face, find a softness, let go. Last breath here. And on the next inhale, we'll start to come back up to a seated position. Extend the legs long and maybe kick out the knees a little bit, loosen up the legs. Did a lot of intense stretching. And then from here, let's make our way onto our hands and knees. So taking your time. Tabletop position. And let's just breathe through a round of cat-cow here. So we'll start with the knees about hip width distance apart. And on the inhale, we're going to drop the belly down, tailbone comes up, gaze comes up. Exhale, round through the spine, drop the head, chin to chest. Press the ground away. Inhale, cow pose. Think of spreading the rib cage away from the pelvis. And exhale, rounding through the spine, pressing up through the shoulders. Think of bringing the rib cage in to hug the pelvis. A couple more at your own pace. Remembering to stay connected to that breath. Finding a nice fluid movement in the spine. And really pressing the ground away as you move through this, just to keep your entire back and spine engaged. Notice if you're locking out part of your spine and maybe you're only moving the lower part. Adjust yourself. And maybe even add additional movements to this so that you can include your entire spine. Everything gets a little bit of movement and love. Coming back to center here, winding down wherever you're at, you're going to find downward dog. So take an inhale and curl the toes under. And on the exhale, we're going to lift the knees up and shift the weight back towards the heels. Maybe pedaling it out if that feels good. Dropping the head. One more breath here. Inhale, take the feet wide. Exhale, walk the hands back to the feet, bending into the knees. Wide-legged forward fold. Just take a moment here. Nice deep breaths. And on the inhale, we'll bring the hands to the waist. Lengthen through the spine. Hinge at the hips. Press into the thighs and come all the way up. Bring the arms up here. And hands to heart center. Stepping the feet in together. Keeping the gaze down. Taking just a few breaths here. On the next inhale, upward salute, slide the palms up. And exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift. On the next inhale, hands to the shins or the knees, lengthen through the spine, gazes down, press the sits bones back. Exhale, fold once again. Inhale, chair pose. So sweep the arms back. And as you sweep them forward, bend into the knees. Find a seat here. Arms can come up. Just a little seat here. Squeeze the thighs together. Chest comes up. And on the next inhale, we'll press all the way up for upward salute. Maybe a back bend. Exhale, hands to heart center. And release the arms down to the sides. Find a comfortable stance here, maybe hip width distance apart. And we're just gonna get into another little side twist standing up. So we'll start by stepping back with the left foot. So just kind of step back, maybe across the right foot. And we're gonna reach up. And with the right hand, grab the left across the side body, opening up the rib cage. And come back to center on an exhale, shake it out. And we'll find that same thing on the other side. So taking an inhale, stepping back with the right foot, grabbing the right arm with the left, and opening up that side body, really pressing into the feet. And come back to center when you're ready. Shaking it out here. Bringing the arms up one more time for upward salute. Inhale, lift the arms up. And exhale, fold. Halfway lift on the next inhale. And exhale, plant the hands down. You're going to find downward facing dog once again. Couple breaths here. Find some stillness. Shifting the weight back towards the heels, shake out the head. And on the next exhale, gently come down onto the knees. And we're going to transition to our back from here. Very good. Coming all the way down to the back. Shaking out the knees from side to side just a little bit. So with the feet planted on the ground and the knees bent, walk the heels a little bit closer to the glutes. And then we're just going to lift our hips up and offset them over to the right side. Draw the knees over to the left. And open the arms up. You want to think of the shoulders staying rooted down into the ground and finding a nice twist through the side body. And again, if you have a prop, a block or a blanket, you can always use that to support yourself in different ways, depending on how your body is situated in this posture. You can even take the left hand across the thigh here and use that to bring the knees down, whatever feels best for you. Maybe the gaze comes to the opposite side as the knees. Staying connected to that breath. Last breath here. And on the next inhale, we're going to come back to center, bringing the knees back up to the midline. Bringing the hips back to center, scooting them over. And then again, lift the hips up and let's scoot them over to the opposite side this time. And allow the knees to fall over to the right. Arms come open. Prop yourself up here if you need to. Sometimes in these reclined twists, it feels nice to have a little support in the low back. So if you feel like you could use some support there, see what you have handy and maybe nudge it just to kind of give yourself a little bit of extra softness, allowing you to relax a little deeper into the posture. A few more deep breaths here. Really allowing that top leg to be nice and heavy. Nice passive stretch here, getting into the low back. And last breath here. And we'll gently start to make our way back to center, so taking your time. Centering your hips, so scooting right back to the middle. And we're going to find our final Shavasana here. So find a comfortable position on your mat. You can keep the knees bent. You can walk the feet out wide and let the feet or the knees fall into each other. You can choose the traditional posture, just laying flat. Whatever brings you the most happiness and comfort today. Find that posture, and we'll take just about a minute here, allowing the breath to flow naturally. No need to press the deep inhalations or exhalations, just finding a natural rhythm. Softening the jaw, softening the brow. Let your eyes just relax and allow the awareness to kind of float around where it wants to, and be the witness. Kind of notice the shifts in your mind, the way your thoughts unfold. Just take a moment of stillness to kind of observe without engaging or jumping on any of those trains of thought. This concludes our time together today. I want to thank you so much for allowing me to lead you through this practice, for showing up for yourself, and to support the Joyn community. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.